Hello and welcome back to another edition of the Andre Whitehead Radio Show. We thank you so much for coming back and joining us. And by the way, let me say thank you to so many of you who've been reaching out, giving comments, letting people know about the radio show. We are so thankful. The Andre Whitehead Radio Show is developed, organized, put together in a radio format, even though we bring it to you through Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. So we thank you so very much. When we had the vision to put this 2 hour long radio formatted show together, we had a lot of concerns, but thanks to you, our sponsors and underwriters, it's been successful and we are appreciative. So sit back and enjoy. Tell your loved ones, friends, and neighbors that the Andre Whitehead Radio Show starts right now.
Yeah. Turn it up real quick. You're now locked in with the Andre Whitehead Radio Show. Independence has its value. Let it ring loud. Different voices, real choices, breaking out the crowd. From the streets to the ballroom, from the mic to the soul. Andre Whitehead Radio, yeah, we in control. Yeah. Business features, spotlight dreams, entrepreneurs building kingdoms, all visions and schemes. Free gifts for the people, yeah, we give back love. Community first, got the city rise above. News you can trust, no smoke, no gang. What's really going on, yeah, we say it plain. Family fun, keep the kids all smiling. Radio waves with the heart so inspiring. Independence has its value, feel the vibration. Truth on the airwaves, real conversation. From the hood to the hills, every voice has a role. Andre Whitehead Radio, mind, body, soul, yeah. Non-profit voices get a seat at the table, helping hands, strong hearts, making change when we able. Politics talk straight, no spin, no disguise, just facts. Different views, let the people decide. Community service, boots on the ground, not just talk on the mic, we be moving around. Sports talk, fire every win, every loss. From the playground dreams to the championship calls. Upcoming events, mark the date. Special features, don't be late. Culture, unity, elevation. Independent voice for the next generation. Next generation.
Again, welcome to the Andre Whitehead Radio Show, a production of our independent firm, Whitehead Media Ventures. Our company, Whitehead Media Ventures, was established in 1989, and we are independent. So we have no folks to answer to. We work and answer to you. So thank you so much for your support. We were formed in 1989. So thank you again for your trust and your support over these many, many years. And again, welcome to the Andre Whitehead Radio Show that is formatted, put together, developed in a radio style format, though we bring it to you through social media. We appreciate you all so very much for joining us. In today's show, we want to talk about the strikes on Iran with Israel. So in today's show, we'll hear from President Donald Trump as he spoke to the press yesterday. Also, we'll hear from the Secretary of War, Pete Hegseth, and we'll hear from General Dan Kane. He's the chairman of the Joint Chief of Staff. So stay tuned. We're going to give you all their comments as they talk about, again, Operation Epic Flurry. Also, Phyllis Johnson returns with her Thinking Out Loud segment, so we got a big one for you again today. The Andre Whitehead Radio Show is proudly brought to you by our premier sponsors, the amazing folks at PAC Law Group. If you need legal representation in any way, shape, or form, be sure to give them a call, 540-586-7225. That's 540-586-7225. And we start the show with Secretary of War, Pete Hegseth.
2 days ago, under the direction and direct orders of President Donald J. Trump, the Department of War launched Operation Epic Fury, the most lethal, most complex, and most precise aerial operation in history. For 47 long years, the expansionist and Islamist regime in Tehran has waged a savage, one-sided war against America. They didn't always declare it openly, except for their constant chants of death to America. They did it through the blood of our people. Car bombs in Beirut, rocket attacks on our ships, murders at our embassies, roadside bombs in Iraq and Afghanistan, funded and armed by Iranian Quds Force and IRGC killers. My generation of veterans carry the names of brothers who never came home. Brothers butchered by Iranian-backed roadside bombs and well-armed militias, thousands of our own. We didn't start this war, but under President Trump, we are finishing it. Their war on Americans has become our retribution against their Ayatollah and his death cult. It took the 47th president, a fighter who always puts America first, to finally draw the line after 47 years of Iranian belligerence. He reminded the world, as he has time and time again, being an American means something unbreakable. If you kill Americans, if you threaten Americans anywhere on earth, we will hunt you down without apology and without hesitation, and we will kill you. President Trump has also been very consistent. Crazy regimes like Iran, hell-bent on prophetic Islamist delusions, cannot have nuclear weapons. It's common sense. Many have said it, but it takes guts to actually enforce it, and our president has guts. Iran's stubborn and self-evident nuclear pursuits, their targeting of global shipping lanes, and their swelling arsenal of ballistic missiles and killer drones are no longer tolerable risks. Iran was building powerful missiles and drones to create a conventional shield for their nuclear blackmail ambitions. Let me say that again. A conventional shield for their nuclear blackmail ambitions. Our bases, our people, our allies, all in their crosshairs. Iran had a conventional gun to our head as they tried to lie their way to a nuclear bomb. It almost worked under Obama and his terrible deal, but not under this president. Turns out the regime who chanted death to America and death to Israel was gifted death from America and death from Israel. This is not a so-called regime change war, but the regime sure did change, and the world is better off for it. Today, in their desperation, the enemy is unmasked as Iranian missiles and drones rain down indiscriminately on the hotels, airports, apartments, and other civilian targets of their neighbors. Cowardly terrorist tactics from a regime that for decades has trafficked in cowardly terrorist tactics, lies, death, and destruction to this day. The Iranian leadership has built nothing except proxies and missiles and drones and deeply buried nuclear factories and facilities. Peaceful nuclear ambitions do not need to be buried underneath mountains. Last June, Operation Midnight Hammer obliterated their nuclear program to rubble.
You're listening to the Andre Whitehead Radio Show, a production of our independent firm, Whitehead Media Ventures. We thank you so much for joining us. Our radio show is sponsored by the great folks at Tharp Funeral Home and Crematory. If you're looking for a kind, caring, professional funeral home to make your loved one's final chapter special, be sure to visit them at tharpfuneralhome.com. That's tharpfuneralhome.com. And by the way, we'd love to have you as one of our guests, and we want to promote you as well. So reach out to us. Give us a call today, 434-528-9828, 434-528-9828. We'll offer you a package. We'll offer you a deal you can't refuse. Let's go back to Secretary of War Pete Hegseth talking about the strikes on Iran. Stay tuned. This is the Andre Whitehead Radio Show.
Afterward, we told them plainly, that's it, now make a deal. They arrogantly refused. We said, rebuild it, and we'll stop you again, this time far worse. Well, President Trump, Secretary Rubio, Steve Witkoff, Jared Kushner, they bent over backwards for real diplomacy, offering pathway after pathway to peace. I watched it. I was there. They tried over and over and over again earnest attempts at peace. The former regime had every chance to make a peaceful and sensible deal. But Tehran was not negotiating. They were stalling, buying time to reload their missile stockpiles and restart their nuclear ambitions. Their goal, hold us hostage, threatening to strike our forces. Well, President Trump doesn't play those games. And as Secretary Rubio said after the Maduro raid, if you don't know, now you know. President Trump puts America and Americans first. He doesn't hesitate, and neither do our troops. The mission of Operation Epic Fury is laser focused. Destroy Iranian offensive missiles, destroy Iranian missile production, destroy their navy and other security infrastructure, and they will never have nuclear weapons. We're hitting them surgically, overwhelmingly, and unapologetically. With every passing day, our capabilities get stronger and Iran's get weaker. We set the terms of this war, from start to finish. Our ambitions are not utopian. They are realistic, scoped to our interests and the defense of our people and our allies. Speaking of people, we hope the Iranian people take advantage of this incredible opportunity. President Trump has been clear, now is your time. To Iranian security forces, choose wisely. President Trump has also been clear about your fate in either direction. To the media outlets and political left screaming endless wars, stop. This is not Iraq. This is not endless. I was there for both. Our generation knows better, and so does this president. He called the last 20 years of nation-building wars dumb, and he's right. This is the opposite. This operation is a clear, devastating, decisive mission. Destroy the missile threat, destroy the Navy, no nukes. Israel has clear missions as well, for which we are grateful. Capable partners, as we've said since the beginning, capable partners are good partners. Unlike so many of our traditional allies who wring their hands and clutch their pearls, hemming and hawing about the use of force. America, regardless of what so-called international institutions say, is unleashing the most lethal and precise air power campaign in history. B-2s, fighters, drones, missiles, and of course, classified effects. All on our terms, with maximum authorities. No stupid rules of engagement, no nation-building quagmire, no democracy-building exercise, no politically correct wars. We fight to win, and we don't waste time or lives. As the president warned, an effort of this scope will include casualties. War is hell, and always will be.
You've tuned in to the Andre Whitehead Radio Show, produced by Whitehead Media Ventures. Thank you so much for tuning in today as we bring you coverage concerning Operation Epic Fury. So the folks that we are bringing you today, we're talking to the press just yesterday, filling folks in. We are hearing from the Secretary of War, Pete Hegseth, as he was holding a briefing on the strikes. Also, we will hear from General Kane, heading up the chief, or serving, I should say, as the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff. We'll hear from President Trump himself on these strikes. And don't forget, we'll have another Thinking Out Loud segment with Phyllis Johnson. You don't want to miss that. The radio show is brought to you by our friends at Terry Auto Group. You'll love their cars. They're at terryautogroup.com.
A grateful nation honors the 4 Americans we have lost thus far and those injured. The absolute best of America. May we prosecute the remainder of this operation in a manner that honors them. No apologies, no hesitation, epic fury for them and the thousands of Americans before them taken too soon by Iranian radicals. Before I turn it over to General Kane for the operational update, let me speak straight to you, the Joint Force, our warriors on the front lines. This is your moment. This is the generational turning point America has waited for since 1979, and since the rudderless wars of hubris my generation, our generation, endured. Don't listen to the noise. Just stay focused. Our commander-in-chief is steady at the wheel. We face a determined enemy, but you are better. But we must prove it every single day. History doesn't care if we're tired, if we're scared, or if the fight feels big. It demands warriors who rise anyway. Peace through strength, the warrior ethos, lethality, unity of purpose, those are not slogans. They're the beating heart of what it means to wear the uniform, that uniform. You think clearly under fire, you act decisively in chaos, you uphold the Constitution, and you uphold our country without hesitation. We are not defenders anymore. We are warriors, trained to kill the enemy and break their will. History is watching. Be the force you swore an oath to be: focused, disciplined, lethal, and unbreakable. We will finish this on America First conditions of President Trump's choosing. Nobody else's, as it should be. And know this above all, President Trump and I have your back, always. Through fire, through criticism, through fake news, through everything. We unleash you because you are the best, most powerful, most lethal fighting force the world has ever seen. May Almighty God watch over you and his providential arms of protection extend over you. Godspeed, warriors, and keep going. General Kane.
Well, it's time for us to take a commercial break. You're listening to the Andre Whitehead Radio Show. We thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget, coming up, we'll have another segment called Thinking Out Loud with our contributor, Phyllis Johnson. We'll hear from President Trump himself on these strikes on Iran. And when we come back, Dan Kane, chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, will join Pete Hegseth and again give us some remarks, and he'll continue to talk about these strikes on Iran. The Andre Whitehead Radio Show is brought to you by our friends at Lynchburg Project Lifesaver. This organization is administered through the Lynchburg Sheriff's Office. They help to find our loved ones if they wander off. Make sure you register your loved one by calling 434-847-1301. We're right back in a moment.
Hello, my name is Merle W. Thornhill IV, and as a family-owned funeral home here at Tharp Funeral Home, we offer a warm and friendly environment, a caring and diverse and compassionate staff, an on-site crematory. We also offer Maybe, who is our comfort dog who helps assist families during this grieving process. If there's anything we can ever do for you, please let us know and visit us at www.tharpfuneralhome.com or register for our pre-planned meal seminars. Let our family serve your family.
Hello, I'm Lake Alexandria Whitehead with Whitehead Media Ventures, and we would like to thank you all for tuning in to the Andre Whitehead Radio Show. And if you are interested in some promotion and advertising, you can give us a call. Our number is 434-528-9828. We'll hear from you soon. Give us a call today, and we'll be happy to help.
This is Sheriff Don Sloan, the city of Lynchburg, and I'm excited to talk about Lynchburg Project Lifesaver. Lynchburg Project Lifesaver is a program that the Lynchburg Sheriff's Office started in 2002. It's a life-saving program that uses tracking technology for those individuals in our community that have dementia or Down syndrome or some mental-related disorder that may cause them to wander from their caregiver. And this program provides life-saving technology to find them, locate them, and historically, we've had over 115 successful searches and safe returns since we started the program. And it's just a great program that we offer to our community. And those that need this service, should they wander away, historically we have found them within 30 minutes or less. And so we invite you, for more information, to contact Lynchburg Sheriff's Office at 434-847-1301 if we can be of assistance to you. Lord bless. Thank you.
When you're looking for a criminal defense attorney, you need to call the Pack Law Group, 540-586-7225. Again, that's 540-586-7225.
Thanks for tuning in to the Andre Whitehead Radio Show. I am the 3/4-ton talking news beast. I'm big, I'm beautiful, I'm loud, and guess what? Not only do I take the area's best anchorman and journalist to the scene, I have space on my tailgate for your logo. Advertise your business, your nonprofit, your ministry. Advertise and place your logo on my tailgate. Call Andre Whitehead, my boss, today to secure your space on my tailgate. 434-528-9828. 434-528-9828. Call now.
Hello, my name is Dr. Keith Anderson, and I'm your financial services professional. If you need help with life insurance, health insurance, annuities, perhaps even retirement saving plans, I'm your man. Give me a call at 434-944-2867, and I'm here to serve you.
Dr. Kevin Mitkiff is a family and cosmetic dentist serving Lynchburg, Forest, and surrounding areas. Whether you need a cleaning and checkup, teeth whitening, or advanced procedures, his goal is to provide superior care to improve and maintain your dental health. Visit Dr. Kevin Mitkiff, Family and Cosmetic Dentist, at 20331 Timberlake Road, Suite B in the city of Lynchburg, and give him a call at 434-239-8133. Kevin Mitkiff, Family and Cosmetic Dentist, proud sponsors of Conversations, our television, radio, and Facebook broadcasting.
With the Lynchburg Police Department, and we are looking for our next generation of community leaders who want to join the Lynchburg Police Department family and make a true difference in their community. If this sounds like something you'd be interested in, please contact one of our recruiters at 434-455-6048 or visit us online at www.lynchburgvapolice.gov. Again, that's 434-455-6048.
For over 3 centuries, there's been one independent agency growing businesses, breaking news, highlighting events, promoting nonprofits, and helping ministries. And we'd like to assist you. Contact Whitehead Media Ventures today. Call 434-528-9828 or email us at whiteheadmediaventures@gmail.com. Let us help you.
Hi, I'm Matt Bright, the owner of Bright Images. I want to encourage you to check us out. We service customers from Bedford to Blackstone. We are a full-service print company, and we also provide audio and video services as well. Please check us out at www.brightimagesmedia.com. You can email us at sales@brightimagesmedia.com or call us at 434-846-8273. We're here to serve you. and you're listening to the Andre Whitehead Radio Show.
Hello and welcome back to the Andre Whitehead Radio Show. We thank you so much for tuning in to another edition of our broadcast. Coming up in the radio show, we will bring you another one of the segments from Miss Phyllis Johnson. She provides our Thinking Out Loud segment. Stay tuned for that. Also, as we're talking about Operation Epic Fury, we'll hear from President Donald Trump himself on these attacks. But at this time, we go back to Dan Kane. He's the chairman of the Joint Chief of Staff, and he continues to make remarks on these attacks. The radio show is brought to you by our friends at 518 Family Services. Visit them at 518.org. That's 518.org.
Thank you, Mr. Secretary, and good morning, everyone. The purpose of my portion of the briefing today is to update you and the American people on the actions taken thus far. The briefing will discuss the preparation, the planning, setting the force, the early operations, and how we're assessing the progress thus far. So let's get started. On Saturday, 28 February, at 01:15 Eastern Standard Time, 9:45 a.m. local Tehran time, on the orders of the President of the United States, U.S. Central Command, under the command of United States Navy Admiral Brad Cooper, commenced Operation Epic Fury. As I said, I'm going to walk you through the initial phases of the operation, but first, I want to express my deep condolences and the condolences of the Joint Force to the Department of War personnel killed and wounded in actions thus far. As the Secretary said, they're heroes and represent the best of our nation has to offer. They're true examples of what selfless service means. Our deepest and heartfelt condolences are with their families, their friends, and their units. We grieve with you and we will never forget you. Additionally, I stand here before you today grateful for each service member, planner, logistician, operator across our joint force, for our Department of War civilians, our intelligence community teammates, our interagency teammates who continue to stand in harm's way alongside us. I am proud of all of you as you take the fight to the enemy, and we are the best in the world at integrating, period. I want to extend my personal gratitude to the dedicated commanders and senior enlisted leaders and the enlisted members of the Joint Force who are fighting this fight across the CENTCOM AOR. In addition to Admiral Cooper and Fleet Master Chief Compton, I want to highlight a few today. U.S. Army Central Command Commander Lieutenant General Pat Frank, who along with his team are fighting the counter-missile and counter-drone fight. United States Navy Central Command Commander Vice Admiral Kurt Renshaw and his team, who are engaged with the Iranian Navy and projecting American naval combat power from the seas. And United States Air Force Central Command Commander Lieutenant General Derek France and his leadership team, who are crushing Iranian targets from the air. I want to highlight the support to the CENTCOM fight from other combatant commands who are directly involved with this effort, to include U.S. Spacecom, U.S. Cybercom, and U.S. UCOM. I also want to specifically call out United States Transportation Command and U.S. STRATCOM for their contributions to this fight. We cannot project American combat power at the time and place of our choosing without both. And finally, I want to express how deeply thankful I am for the continued service and sacrifice of the entire Joint Force and their families. Their unwavering commitment and dedication are the cornerstones of this effort. So let me start with a few details. First, to be clear, as the Secretary said, this is not a single overnight operation. The military objectives that CENTCOM and the Joint Force have been tasked with will take some time to achieve, and in some cases will be difficult and gritty work. We expect to take additional losses, and as always, we will work to minimize U.S. losses. But as the Secretary said, this is major combat operations. So let me talk about the preparation and the planning. On February 28th, the full strength of America's armed forces came together in a unified purpose against a capable and determined adversary.
You're listening to the Andre Whitehead Radio Show. We thank you so much for tuning in. By the way, if you like the radio formatted broadcast, you'll love what we do on television. Don't miss the television show in the Lynchburg, Roanoke, Danville, Martinsville market every Sunday at 9 a.m. And we produce an early Saturday morning show at 6 a.m. on the CW network. Don't miss it. Our TV show is in all of Hampton Roads. Also, Saturday, 7 a.m. on WGNT. And our hour-long television show is in Hopewell, Chester, and Petersburg, Virginia, Sundays, 9 a.m. And then Mondays, 5 p.m. on WTJV Channel 3. At this time, we take you back to the press conference from yesterday where General Dan Kane continues to talk about Operation Epic Fury. The radio show is brought to you by our friends at Virginia University of Lynchburg. Visit the website, vul.edu. Stay tuned.
The United States Army, Navy, Marine Corps, Air Force, Space Force, Coast Guard, and our reserve components integrated across our combatant commands and began coordinated operations with the Israeli armed forces of an unprecedented scale. As the Secretary laid out, our military objectives are clear. Our mission is to protect and defend ourselves and, together with our regional partners, prevent Iran from the ability to project power outside of its borders, and be ready for follow-on actions as appropriate. Across every domain, land, air, sea, cyber, the U.S. Joint Force delivered synchronized and layered effects designed to disrupt, degrade, deny, and destroy Iran's ability to conduct and sustain combat operations. On the U.S. side, this marked the culmination of months and in some cases years of deliberate planning and refinement against this particular target set. From precision strikes against key military infrastructure to persistent intelligence and targeting integration to the close coordination of the components across vast distances, this operation again demonstrated America's reach, readiness, and professionalism, and that of our joint united force. It was historic not only in the operational scope, but in the level of joint integration displayed across every element of the joint force. And as I said earlier, this work is just beginning and will continue. So now to talk a little bit about setting the force and setting the theater. On the order of the Secretary of War over the last 30 days to reinforce deterrence and provide the President with credible options should action be required, the Joint Force began to systematically reposition assets and personnel across the region. These movements ensured that U.S. forces remained postured, protected, and ready to respond decisively for any emerging threat. This deployment included thousands of service members from all branches, hundreds of advanced fourth and fifth generation fighters, dozens of refueling tankers, the Lincoln and Ford Carrier Strike Group and their embarked air wings, sustained flow of munitions, fuel, supplies, all supported with command and control, intelligence, surveillance, and reconnaissance network. And the flow of forces continues today. In fact, Admiral Cooper will receive additional forces even today. This rapid buildup of forces demonstrated the joint forces' ability to adapt and project power at the time and place of our nation's choosing. I want to highlight a couple specific cases for you. The Gerald R. Ford Carrier Strike Group, which many of you know was down in the Western Hemisphere, redeployed across the Atlantic to set the theater. The ship, her crew, their families, and the entire strike group took a deep breath and, as they always do, began planning to conduct combat operations. The integrated Reserve and National Guard forces have continued to demonstrate the value of America's reserve forces, including the Wisconsin Army National Guard operating in Kuwait and Iraq, and Air National Guard units from a variety of states to include Vermont and Virginia. In the case of the Vermont Air National Guard and the 158th Fighter Wing, they were mobilized for Operation Absolute Resolve and then were tasked to take their F-35As across the Atlantic instead of going home to be prepared to support this operation. The same is with our Air National Guard and Air Force Reserve Command tanker and mobility forces, who stepped right out of their civilian jobs to deploy and to protect the region. Lastly, I want to highlight the unsung heroes of warfare, our American logisticians and sustainment force, those who quietly work every day behind the scenes to project and sustain America's combat power. Our leaders from World War II were right when they said professionals do logistics. As regional tensions rose, the Joint Force elevated our force protection measures on the order of the Secretary and repositioned discreetly civilians and non-essential personnel designed to ensure the safety and security of our joint force. By the time operations began, only essential forces remained on our bases and in theater, all ready, capable to respond. So now let me move to H Hour. At 3:38 p.m. on Friday, February 27th, the United States Central Command, through the Secretary of War, received the final go order from President Trump.
Well, it's time for another commercial break. We thank you so much for tuning in to the radio show. We appreciate you, as we are sponsored by the Lynchburg Police Department. If you want to protect and serve the city of Lynchburg, they are hiring. Visit the website to apply. Join LynchburgPD.com. That's joinLynchburgPD.com. When we come back with the radio show, we'll hear more from General Dan Kane on strikes on Iran along with Israel. We'll also hear from President Trump, and we'll get his takes from yesterday. And we'll have the Thinking Out Loud segment with Miss Phyllis Johnson that you do not want to miss. What do you think about these strikes on Iran? Give us some comments. Give us some phone calls. 434-528-9828. 434-528-9828. And thank you. We're back in a moment.
I'm Dr. Keith Anderson, and I'm your financial services professional. Listen, if you have children, you need an educational plan for them. Cost is only increasing for a good education. But if you start now, and with my help, we have them ready. And we're going to build legacy wealth that they can follow. If you just give me a call at 434-944-2867, I'll be sure to help you.
Thanks for joining us for the Andre Whitehead Radio Show. For news, current affairs, business features, special segments, family fun, politics, personal profiles, and so much more, we'd like to assist you. Contact us at Whitehead Media Ventures today. Call 434-528-9828 or email us at whiteheadmediaventures@gmail.com. Let us help you.
This is Brandon with Miller Built Outdoor Equipment here in Lynchburg, Virginia. We're located at 2200 12th Street in downtown Lynchburg. Our phone number is 434-846-0041. We currently have a winter preventative maintenance special going on now through the end of February. You can get your Toro and Steel equipment serviced and prepped and readied, so when the springtime comes, you are ready to attack your lawn and to take care of the property that you have. We will begin to start some spring sales in February, so you can purchase a new mower for the beginning of spring. Feel free to stop by and see us at any time. We're located at 2200 12th Street in downtown Lynchburg. Our phone number is 434-846-0041. Also visit our website at millerbuiltoutdoorequipment.com.
I'm Laura Goldman, and we at Whitehead Media Ventures are excited about the opportunity to let the community know about the goods and services that you offer the community, and we want to help promote your events. And just in case you're seeking political office, we can help you there as well. Give us a call today. Call us at 434-528-9828 or email us at whiteheadmediaventures@gmail.com. 434-528-9828 or whiteheadmediaventures@gmail.com.
This is Tommy Carter. I'm the Chief Deputy, Lynchburg Sheriff's Office. Just wanted to talk a little bit about Lynchburg Project Lifesaver. And this is a program that the Lynchburg Sheriff's Office offers to the citizens of Lynchburg for people that have a disorder that would cause them to wander. For more information, please contact the Lynchburg Sheriff's Office at 434-847-1301. If you're interested in enrolling somebody in Project Lifesaver, you can come by the Sheriff's Office and pick up client application, or you can go to our website, Sheriff's Office, go to Project Lifesaver, and you can fill it out online and it'll be sent in automatically. And a deputy will come out, talk to you, and sign them up.
Do you want to own your own home? I can help you. I'm Coach Davina of DB Homes for Hope. I will take you from being the distressed renter to a confident homeowner. I will help you increase your credit score to 650 and above, to reduce your debt to 43% and below, and ultimately increase your savings so that you have 3 months of expenses saved. I'm Coach Davina. Give me a call. I'm waiting for you. 434-321-8802.
Hello, my name is Merle W. Thornhill IV, and I'm here at Tharp Funeral Home and Crematory. And I have been in the funeral industry for over 23 years now, and I just wanted to let everyone know that if you are looking for a caring and professional facility, Tharp Funeral Home is the one for you. Let us have the privilege of making this last chapter special for you. Hey, this is Matthew Pack from Pack Law Group. I just want to invite you to come down and enjoy a family environment when you decide that you need legal services, whether it be criminal defense, whether it be domestic relations, custody and divorce, or personal injury. If you've been injured in a car accident or injured in any way, we're here to help you. We're here to serve you. Please give us a call today at 540-586-7225, 540-586-7225. Or you can visit us online at packlawgroup.com. Again, PACKLAWGROUP.com. And you're listening to the Andre Whitehead Radio Show.
You're listening to the Andre Whitehead Radio Show. Independent broadcasting gives us the opportunity to assist our clients in ways others can't. We're not owned by any conglomerate or group of companies taking advantage of our organizations. Our independence provides you the most affordable promotional rates in the region. Don't wait. Call our independent firm today at 434-528-9828. That's 434-528-9828. Now, I'll wait a second so you can jot down the number. Again, the number is 434-528-9828. We are waiting for you.
Tired of the doldrums? Yeah, me too. But I have a solution. It's a new Subaru from Terry Subaru. I'm no psychiatrist, but I know enough to share what I get to see every single day of my job. And that's a bunch of very happy people driving away in a new Subaru from Terry Subaru. Think about it, that new car smell. No squeaks, no rattles, no vibrations, and best of all, industry-leading safety features. Oh, and 0% on many models too. So come see what a little attitude adjustment looks like at Terry Subaru. You love our cars.
Welcome back to the Andre Whitehead Radio Show. We thank you so much for tuning in as we bring you coverage concerning Operation Epic Fury. We'll continue to hear from General Dan King. He's the chairman of the Joint Chief of Staff. We'll get his take. Also, stay tuned because we will hear from President Trump on these attacks, and we'll have our fun segment called Thinking Out Loud with Miss Phyllis Johnson. You don't want to miss that. The radio show is brought to you by our friends at Heritage Connection Gifts and Tailoring. They're at 915 Main Street. That's 915 Main Street in Lynchburg, in the Galleria. Stop by. Tell them we sent you. All right, let's get back to General Dan Casey on the strikes against Iran. Stay tuned.
the president directed, and I quote, "Operation Epic Fury is approved. No aborts. Good luck," close quote. In the region, every element of the joint force made their final preparations. Air defense batteries readied themselves, checking their systems to respond to Iranian attacks. Pilots and crews rehearsed their strike packages for the final time. Air crews began loading their final weapons, and 2 carrier strike groups began to move towards their launching points. Across the globe, our operations centers came alive in Tampa, Florida, here at the Pentagon, and of course forward in the Central Command AOR. As always, operational security was paramount as we sought to maintain and sustain the element of surprise. This operation was highly classified so that at H hour, the enemy would see one thing: speed, surprise, and violence of action. The first movers were U.S. Cybercom and U.S. Spacecom, layering non-kinetic effects, disrupting and degrading and blinding Iran's ability to see, communicate, and respond. At H hour, the beginning of major combat operations, 01:15 local Eastern Daylight Time, 9:45 local AM Tehran time, as dawn crept up across the Central Command AOR, the skies surged to life. More than 100 aircraft launched from land, sea, fighters, tankers, airborne early warning, electronic attack, bombers from the States, and unmanned platforms, forming a single synchronized wave. This was a daylight strike based on a trigger event conducted by the Israeli Defense Forces, enabled by the U.S. intelligence community. The first shooters at sea were Tomahawks unleashed by the United States Navy, closed in on Iranian naval forces, and began to conduct strikes across the southern flank in Iran. On the ground, forces fired precision standoff weapons, measured, deliberate, precise, and lethal. This was a massive, overwhelming attack across all domains of warfare, striking more than 1,000 targets in the first 24 hours. We are now roughly 57 hours into the operation. In the initial phase, CENTCOM's focus was systematic targeting of Iranians' command and control infrastructure, naval forces, ballistic missile sites, and intelligence infrastructure designed to daze and confuse them. Coordinated space and cyber operations effectively disrupted communications and sensor networks across the area of responsibility, leaving the adversary without the ability to see, coordinate, or respond effectively. The combined impact of these strikes, swift, precise, and overwhelming, has resulted in the establishment of local air superiority. This air superiority will not only enhance the protection of our forces, but also allow them to continue the work over Iran. Over the course of the last 2 days, the Joint Force has launched hundreds of missions from land and sea and delivered tens of thousands of pieces of ordnance. The effort continues to scale. This included American B-2 bombers, which again, similar to Midnight Hammer, flew a 37-hour round-trip sortie from the continental United States, dropping precision, penetrating munitions on Iranian underground facilities across the southern flank and slightly deeper. Additionally, Israel has separately executed hundreds of sorties against hundreds of targets. Beyond Air Force and Navy aircraft strike packages, coordinated salvos of precision standoff weapons from across the region have neutralized hundreds of pre-planned targets. As I mentioned earlier, in support of these kinetic operations, U.S. Cybercom and Spacecom have continuously layered effects to disrupt, disorient, and confuse the enemy. I will note that this operation had several combat firsts, which I'll allow at some point in the future Admiral Cooper to talk about since he owns the AOR.
You're listening to the Andre Whitehead Radio Show. We appreciate you for tuning in, and we want to invite you to tune into our many Facebook Live shows that we bring you from the studio. They happen Sundays at 9 p.m. on Facebook, Mondays at 8 a.m. on Facebook. As you see, Tuesdays at 7 a.m. Also, we bring you a Facebook Live show Thursday nights at 8 p.m., Friday nights at 11 p.m., we tell romantic stories on The Late Show with Andre Whitehead Facebook page. And then Saturdays at 9 a.m., we talk sports. And again, every Sunday night at 9 p.m., we talk politics. Don't miss our many Facebook Live offerings. At this time, we take you back to General Kane talking about the strikes on Iran. Our broadcast is brought to you by Miller Built Outdoor Equipment. Visit them at millerbuiltoutdoorequipment.com.
While we've prosecuted a relentless offensive campaign, our defense has been equally important. Across the theater, operations have remained steady and disciplined. Once again, our integrated air and missile defense network is performing exactly as it's intended. U.S. Patriot and THAAD batteries, along with ballistic missile defense-capable Navy destroyers, continue to coordinate and execute intercepts with precision and consistency. I wish that every American could hear the voice communications like I have as these joint operations centers remain calm, focused, and cool while executing under fire over and over again. Collectively, these systems have intercepted hundreds of ballistic missiles targeting U.S. forces, our partners, and regional stability. The threat from one-way attack UAVs has remained persistent. Our systems have proven effective in countering these platforms, engaging targets rapidly. Each intercept represents hundreds of hours of training, readiness, and technology all coming together to work as designed. We will remain vigilant in the counter UAV fight. And the defense of the region is not ours alone. As the threat grew, our partners surged in beside us. Air defense batteries in Qatar, the UAE, Kuwait, Jordan, and Saudi Arabia joined the fight, proof positive that years of training, trust, and hard-earned integration pay off. I am aware of the loss of 3 U.S. Air Force F-15Es overnight in the region. I am grateful for the safety of the crews, and we know that this was not from hostile enemy fire. As this matter's under investigation, I'll not comment further on this. Let me close. Operations will remain active across the theater and across the globe. The U.S. forces are postured not only to maintain pressure, but to respond and adapt as required. Operation Epic Fury stands as a reminder of what the United States military uniquely delivers: the ability to project power on a global scale with speed, surprise, precision, and overwhelming force when and where our nation requires it. What we've demonstrated over the past several days reflects years of investment in readiness, joint integration, and professionalism of the joint force. As major combat operations continue across CENTCOM, we remain engaged globally. America's joint force retains the credibility, capacity, and flexibility to respond to any contingency anywhere in the world at any time. To those who would test our resolve or threaten the United States, our allies, or our interests, understand clearly we can reach you, we can sustain the fight, and we can scale the fight, and we will prevail. To the American people, your joint force remains steady, frosty, calm, and focused. Your service members are trained, disciplined, and determined. We understand the risks of this mission and the weight of the responsibility that we carry. We also recognize that our families also shoulder the burden at home. You are a part of this too. I am proud today, as I am every day, to stand as a member of America's joint force. There is no mission too complex, no distance too great, and no adversary too determined for the men and women who wear our nation's uniform. We mourn our fallen, we honor their families, and we continue our mission with focus, unity, and strength. And now I'm happy to take any questions.
We'll have a commercial break. When we return, General Kane and Secretary Hegseth will take a few questions from my colleagues with the press concerning Operation Epic Fury. As we go to break, we want you to know that we're looking for you. We want to have you as a guest. We want to interview you. We want to discuss the goods and services you offer the community. We want to get the word out about your ministry, your nonprofit, your upcoming events. Even if you're running for political office, we want to get the message out about your campaign and what you would like to do to serve the community. Just give us a call, 434-528-9828. That's 434-528-9828. The radio show is brought to you by our friends at Sterling Oil Company. Visit them at sterlingoilcompany.com. We're right back.
I'm Laura Goldman with Whitehead Media Ventures, and we want to thank you for tuning in to the Andre Whitehead Radio Show. We want to help you promote your organization and events. So give us a call today at 434-528-9828 or shoot us an email at whiteheadmediaventures@gmail.com.
I'm Dr. Keith Anderson, and I'm your financial services professional. If you need help with life insurance, health insurance, estate planning, perhaps you need assistance with your Roth IRA or individual retirement account. If you just give me a call at 434-944-2867, I'll be sure to help you.
Hey folks, Mark Dalton here with Terry Subaru with a fantastic deal on a new Subaru from Terry Subaru. When you couple 0% on many models with our lifetime powertrain warranty, it's a no-brainer, and that's why you're seeing so many new Subarus on the road today. So come check out one for yourself and see firsthand what we mean when we say you'll love our cars. Terry Subaru in Lynchburg, or 24/7 at terrysubaru.com.
Hello, I'm Lake Alexandria Whitehead with Whitehead Media Ventures, and we are so thankful for you tuning in to the Andre Whitehead Radio Show. If you are interested in some promotion and advertising, we are happy to help. You can give us a call at 434-528-9828. Give us a call today.
Hello, my name is Merle W. Thornhill IV, and I'm here at Tharp Funeral Home and Crematory. Why come visit us here at Tharp? We administer compassion and professionalism here, and we have an on-site crematory where your loved one will stay and friendly staff. Be sure to reach out to us. Our phone number is 434-237-9424 or visit our website at www.tharpfuneralhome.com.
It's Matt Bright here to announce more exciting news. In addition to Farmville Printing, I recently purchased Midtown Mailboxes. Farmville Printing and Midtown Mailboxes have a long history of serving the Farmville community, and we are committed to continue that service. In fact, quality and service are the cornerstones of my business philosophy. Quick turns and great service with a smile. Call or visit us online at farmvilleprinting.com or stop by Midtown Mailboxes at 308 South Main Street, Farmville. Let us show you how much we care. This is Sheriff Don Sloan, the City of Lynchburg, and I'm excited to talk about Lynchburg Project Lifesaver. Lynchburg Project Lifesaver is a program that the Lynchburg Sheriff's Office started in 2002. It's a life-saving program that uses tracking technology for those individuals in our community that have dementia or Down syndrome or some mental-related disorder that may cause them to wander from their caregiver. And this program provides life-saving technology to find them, locate them, and historically, we've had over 115 successful searches and safe returns since we started. For more information, contact Lynchburg Sheriff's Office at 434-847-1301 if we can be of assistance to you.
Hey, this is Matthew Pack from Pack Law Group. I just want to invite you to come down and enjoy a family environment when you decide that you need legal services, whether it be criminal defense, whether it be domestic relations, custody and divorce, or personal injury. If you've been injured in a car accident or injured in any way, we're here to help you. We're here to serve you. Please give us a call today at 540-586-7225, 540-586-7225. Or you can visit us online at packlawgroup.com. Again, PACKLAWGROUP.com.
Thanks for joining us for the Andre Whitehead Radio Show. We'd like to assist you. Contact us at Whitehead Media Ventures today. Call 434-528-9828 or email us at whiteheadmediaventures@gmail.com. Let us help you.